Alright, so today we're going to be going over a prompt you guys can basically steal from us, and just basically copy, paste, hit enter into your ChatGPT, and it'll help you come up with a digital product that actually sells. And you can get this prompt basically by copying from the description of the video or the pinned comment, depending what YouTube allows us to do. But once you have it, like we just said, it's just basically copy, paste, hit enter, and then you're going to have to answer a series of questions. Just, to understand what you're trying to do and the context of, the product you may or may not be launching. And then after that, you're good to go. But in this context, we don't typically use a standard chat for this on this channel. We like to use projects mode. And the reason for that is just because it keeps things a lot more organized, especially when you're doing things like trying to launch a digital product. It also has the feature of memory mode over here that stays to project only, which just keeps our memory hygiene nice and clean within ChatGPT. Now, you could do this in a standard chat. You could do this in a custom GPT. It's up to you. We just prefer projects mode. I just feel like it's a lot more organized, and this is the prompt. And as we said, you just have to copy, paste, hit enter. It's ready to go, but just as a quick look at it, you are my digital product idea finder, demand first. Your job is to generate digital product ideas that actually sell by starting from real buyer pain, then ranking ideas by demand, ease to build, and likelihood of conversion. Then it goes through a bunch of different stuff. You guys can check it out and change things if you like. But the whole purpose is that there's an intake questionnaire, and with that intake questionnaire, you'd answer, as accurate and descriptively as possible. And then at that point, it would be ready to go and start helping you create your product. As you see here, the first question after hitting enter is, what topic skills do you know well enough to help with others? List 3 to 10. So I'm going to go ahead and answer all of the intake questions here, and I'll be right back. That way we're not, spending the entire video us just, answering questions in real time. I'll answer them super quick, and we'll go over them independently, and then I'll give you guys a look at what it looks like after the hypothetical answers I provide. Alright, so I went ahead and answered the intake questionnaire, and I was extremely general. And, I just wanted to be as vague as possible to see what the prompt would output. And honestly, we're going to go into it in a second. I'm just going to show you guys the intake. As we see here, it says, what topic skills do you know well enough to help others? I just said video editing, making short form content, deep knowledge of video games, and NFL football. Now remember, all of this is hypothetical, just very general stuff, but when you're answering the questionnaire, it would be best to be as descriptive as possible and give as much detail as possible to get the most out of it. I'm just doing this to see what we'd get with almost nothing, and for maybe people that don't have many skills. So let's go on and see. So who do you want to sell to? I just said not sure. Obviously, if you had an idea, that would be better. What problem do they complain about the most? What pain or consequence? I just said no clue. What kind of product do you prefer making? PDF guide, templates, prompts, mini course bundle? I just said any. I'm going through the lens of just someone that has no idea and knows only a couple things. How fast do you want to build? I said 30 days, as if there's no rush. What proof or credibility do you have? I said I have a few successful YouTube channels, but nothing major. Where will you sell it? I just said Gumroad, but you can obviously use anywhere else you feel comfortable with. What audience do you have now? I just said 5K on YouTube. And what range do you want? I said not sure. And any topics or claims to avoid, and I said no. And then after that, it starts to actually go ahead and create us some ideas with, actual demand that we can begin selling right away. So product, viral shorts hook pack for gaming and NFL. So buyer, beginner creators in gaming sports niches. Promise, helps improve viewer retention with proven hook styles. So basically this is just, viral shorts hooks, trying to help people in actual content creation. Then another product, CapCut editing, template bundle, where basically you help people with editing, or 0 to 1K subs with shorts, starter kit, product, NFL content creator idea bank, and all kinds of just different things that it believes would actually be a high-end thing that you can sell almost immediately. Given, and in this context, once again, it's me in this case without any skills that I'm telling ChatGPT. It's just off of virtually nothing. So let's say you know programming or you know something else, you can definitely monetize that through this prompt a lot easier than just knowing about NFL football in this case, right? So this is just to show you, even with very minimal skills and proof, or social proof in this case, it'll still give you products that you can try to sell that it actually believes has somewhat of a demand. So we see here, clip it fast editing workflow, YouTube Shorts growth prompt pack, just things based on the little experience that I claim to have. it gives us something to actually work with. The YouTube Shorts Analytics cheat sheet, and then it will give us a ranking. So, for instance, this will go through, let's say it gives us 15 great ideas. It's actually going to rank them and tell us which would be best in each given niche. So see, it rates it on demand, on ease, on competition, audience fit, conversion, and total. And it gives us a total score of what it thinks would be the best product for us to create digitally. Let's scroll down. So which one was the highest, just out of curiosity? I think it was the AI prompt pack, which makes a ton of sense given the current climate. Alright, so top 3 ideas: YouTube Shorts Growth Prompt Pack, AI and Scripts. 2 is the Hook Pack for Gaming and NFL, and 30-Day Shorts Posting System. Number 1 recommended idea, so it'll go through everything that it recommended, then pick a top one for you. As you see here, you have the YouTube Shorts Growth Prompt Pack, and then it says why it would work, or why it wins. Then it'll give you some positioning tweaks to increase sales. Niche it down. Instead of generic, use AI prompts for YouTube Shorts. Use AI prompts for viral gaming and NFL Shorts to get it very specific and niche. Then a phase 4, it goes to another phase to phase 4, basically validation plan, 48 hours, you create a landing page. It gives you the whole process on how you can go ahead and create your digital product. 10 customer discovery questions, and virtually the whole thing. Then once you go through it all, and it has assumptions of what we were dealing with, and remember, I didn't really tell it much. And as we see here, it says, if you want, next step I can outline the exact product, what to include, file structure, naming, Gumroad page, and everything else that you're going to essentially need to build and launch. So once again, it's that simple. You simply copy the prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, whether it's a standard chat or projects mode, that's your call. Once you hit enter, you just answer the questions. Try to be a lot more descriptive than I was. And, the more descriptive you are, the better results you'll get. And you'll probably get something that's a lot more marketable and profitable than the topics that I said. I'm talking about simply just NFL football and gaming. There's not a lot of things that you can genuinely sell from that, yet it still managed to find products that I could potentially turn into a digital product and potentially sell for a profit. So the more descriptive you are, the more you'll get out of it. Once again, the prompt will be in the description of this video or the pinned comment, depending on what YouTube allows us to do. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.